Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube Channel. Good morning. Hope you are all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or on the internet. In the last episode of Know Your Mind segment, we pointed out the ways in which your shadow can be spotted and understood. In this episode, we spell out the signs or symptoms of unintegrated shadow. Shadow represents the hidden side of every human psyche. It is composed of hidden aspects of your personality that your ego deems as unacceptable and shameful, such as thoughts, desires, feelings, cravings, and urges, and tucks away into the unconscious part of your mind. For example, in case of sexual taboo, when you see that certain behaviors or desires are not accepted by your family, you hide them by repressing the urge into the shadow. Similarly, even your positive and creative aspects can be pushed away into your shadow. For instance, at a young age, if you are disciplined for your natural assertiveness, you can associate this positive quality with shame and let it get repressed into your shadow. To give another example, you can begin to associate shame with your creativity in soft skills, and they get repressed in your shadow because as a child you were taught that soft skills are less valuable than hard skills. The contents you repressed into your shadow do not disappear completely, but show themselves when the environment is safe from others' judgment. It continues to silently pull your strings behind the scenes, serves to strengthen the illusion between the ego and the real world around you, and prevents you from achieving wholeness until the shadow is integrated. Let us briefly speak about some symptoms of unintegrated shadow. Firstly, seeing your shadow traits as present in someone else is a sign of unintegrated shadow. The process is technically called psychological projection. It serves as a defense mechanism that temporarily lessens the pain of facing your shadow. Since you have placed your problem and the blame associated with the problem on the other, you feel relieved. Often you do this unconsciously and unintentionally. It is a neurotic behavior, and if unchecked, it can decrease your quality of life because by blaming others for your problems, you will drive people away from you and end up feeling lonely and isolated. Secondly, over-identification with your persona is a symptom of unintegrated shadow. When you over-identify with your persona, you get caught up with an inflated persona, which makes you perceive yourself as your persona. When this happens, you appear superficial, lack depth, and become unduly concerned about what others think about you. Over-identification with your persona would make you get caught up with a particular area of your life, such as your work sphere, and only talk about this topic even at intimate social or personal gatherings. Besides, you exhibit more than typical amount of pride for your own achievements in that specific sphere. This is a neurosis, and if unchecked over time, you can become totally out of touch with your ego and lose sight of your sense of self. Thirdly, lack of emotional intimacy in friendships and romantic relationships is a symptom of unintegrated shadow. If your shadow is unintegrated, your partner will find it nearly impossible to get past a certain level of knowledge about you. Your relationship with your partner would lack depth and emotional connection, as you are not genuinely open to your partner, and over time your partnership would get dissolved. The TV show Dexter is a great modern example. Dexter is a serial killer who attempts to maintain the appearance of normal life. He has a lot of problems in maintaining intimate relationships because he is unable to share his shadow side of being a serial killer with even his closest partners. This repression and hiding of this shadow side causes a lot of internal stress for Dexter and makes him a neurotic who ultimately ends up dissolving and breaking up his relationships. Fourthly, shadow possession and exhibition is a sign of unintegrated shadow. It consists in your repressed shadow forcing itself and taking control of your personality for periods of time. In extreme cases, shadow possession and exhibition may cause antisocial behavior such as doing harm and being violent, while in less extreme cases, it may come out as rudeness or ill intent. Thus, shadow possession and exhibition is a type of neurosis, and when you are caught up with it, you can rub people in the wrong way for no reason, as you are shadow possessed, and feel a sense of discomfort that lets you give off bad energy. The best way to deal with people who are shadow possessed and exhibit shadow behaviors is to maintain a psychological distance from them so as to observe their behavior for what it is and decrease its influence upon you. Fifthly, feeling of undue insecurity is a symptom of unintegrated shadow. Unintegrated shadow makes you feel bad about yourself, as it brands and labels certain part of yourself as dirty and embarrassing. This can lead to a negative perception of yourself and let you suffer from low esteem. If the neurosis of negative self-perception and low self-esteem are not treated, and if you are not helped to deal with them, over time, they can envelop your entire psyche, making you feel extreme insecurity and causing anxiety, depression, and other mental illnesses. Sixthly, getting caught up in harmful patterns of behavior is a sign of unintegrated shadow. If you deny or ignore your shadow, it does not go away, but often grows stronger. It personifies everything you refuse to acknowledge about your shadow side. Your shadow continues to pull strings silently behind the scenes, creates illusions about yourself and the world around you, which can lead to unhealthy and harmful patterns of behavior such as lying, cheating, self-loathing, self-sabotage, additions, hypocrisy, obsessive behavior, and emotional instability. Being conscious of these diverse neurotic behaviors that are symptoms of your unintegrated shadow, accepting them and working with them so as to transform them into positive aspects of your personality, you can bring about greater integration of your shadow. In the next episode, we will begin talking about what it implies to effectively integrate your shadow with other aspects of your psyche. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.